Right now, y'all doing that thing now. Take off up. Come on with it now. Gonna do for Papa Papa's in the house tonight. Well, wait a minute now.
It's time for another Boo Jones segment, another Boo Jones show under the umbrella of the Good Go-Go Roundtable. We are continuing our Eastgate segment. And today, man, we done jumped the moon today. We got him, bass face himself, Mr. Stephon Woodland Sr. What's up, Steph?
Ain't nothing, Boo. Yeah, ain't that bad. I'm fam, just appreciating this moment, you know. I look, I was laying down, you know what? I was laying down sleeping saying, man, cook, Lord, what the heck is it? Man, brain cells be so cooked, right? And then you called. I said, that's what it is. I look at him booting him. I said, oh, man, roll fell off the bed and everything, man. But all is well. Universe created governments, all events.
Man, I'm so blessed. I'm blessed to have you here, man. It's just like going in a time capsule right now. We can really take them way back.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we're gonna take them back when Eastgate was all the same color. I had to talk about that. I had to talk about that with Tracy, Tim brother one time.
When he had the tall walls.
It was all the same color, yeah.
Yeah, when I first started going up there, bad shoot, the walls was the same color. They was tall, covering the front door, the yards. Yeah, all the walls was pretty much at the back doors. The back doors considered where the kitchens was at. And the kitchens, mostly everybody's kitchen was facing the street.
Yeah,
I thought that was weird.
Yeah, you know, the kitchen was downstairs.
Downstairs, some of them downstairs, the ones that had the 1, 2, 3, 4 stories, you got 3.
Yeah,
then you had then some of them, you're just 2 floors.
Right.
Yeah, you're oddman, right.
Yeah, they had the downstairs, so they had the triple decker.
That's funny, you know. It's funny. Your Ottman was living next door to Kirky that played with the familiar face. What cool Kirky play with now? He playing with little Kirky RB.
Yeah, that's rocking them nephew.
Right, that's their nephew. Linda is RB's son, and Tina is Kirky's mother.
Yeah, you know, Tina and my cousin Ann, they still best friends to this day.
What? Yeah, I bet Tina be talking on Facebook a lot. You know, all of us went to Calamella together.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Rock, all that, man. You know, it was like, it's funny, right? Because the interview is like about Eastgate. Here it is. I didn't live up there, right? This is the funny thing. But you can't tell nobody that I didn't live up Eastgate because I had 4 children up there. I don't know, probably 100 wives up there. Everybody.
That's where you hung at. That's where you.
Yeah, that's where I hung at, right? And it's the funny thing. And I had 4 kids. I had 4 children up there. I was up there every day. Got my charges up there, locked up with the Fed. Everything happened to Eastgate. Then it's funny because 79, our house had burned down in Northeast. But I'm already with Eastgate.
I don't want to take them too quick. I'm gonna have to take them back first.
Okay,
Before
cool.
We get
That is
into all
it.
that, we got to take them back to, like, let's say the early 70s. The little kid.
Right.
Stephon, where was you at? Let's say 71. What was you doing in 71?
Okay, 71. I was and now this funny, right? 71, I was a little younger. I hadn't got to Eastgate yet. I did and I didn't. What happened? My sister's a whole school. She going to Calamella, going up there. She always talk about Eastgate and all this stuff. I can't wait till I get in junior high school, right? Calamella. So 71, actually my cousin and all them, that's why I already knew them. My cousin, he passed, rest of soul. My cousin Lester, they was living with us on Foot Street, 71. So that's in Northeast. That's on the other side of East Cap, right?
Yeah,
because yeah. So they would go over there. They were going up there every night. They get up and get in their cars, their little old cars, and ride up Eastgate. They had Eastgate jokers, Steve Dorsey and Al Dorsey. They come to our house, right? Over Northeast. So I would ride up there, and that's when I started seeing Eastgate. Then I'm a little kid riding up there, say, God damn, see all the kids hanging outside, get out and be out there, standing out there with my cousin them. So, and my cousin actually was going with Stephen Dorsey. He rest that brother soul too, man. You remember the Dorsey brothers? Al Dorsey,
you know what's so funny about that, Stephon? You was talking about the Dorseys. I remember them, right? So yeah. my wife that I've been with 17 years now, right?
Uh-huh.
Her maiden name is Dorsey.
What? There's two sets of Dorseys that lived in the same road too. Yeah. Actually, right there on F Street, and right next door to the Album Doors, them lived next door to Gable and them, Miss Lucy and them. You know, Miss Lucy still up Eastgate. Her son, that's the first guy I would start hanging with up Eastgate was Gable. Man, the same age and that. His birthday August, my September. He just passed. He went and did a lot of time. Came home kind of off balance up there here. Somebody hit him in the head with some weights or something, and it had him off balance. Always, you know, when he came home, he was like my best. He's one of my best friends, him and Sterling, and so forth. But Sterling Streeter. So what happened? I started after my cousin. I was going up there as a kid. I'm going there with them. They were there playing real horseshoes by the Mr. Oliver and them house in that little field by Pixie them. Pixie them was a little baby then. Right across the street, they had a little horseshoe. Right across the street on 51st Street on Drake, 51st and Drake. Across the street from Eastgate, that's where they play their horseshoes and stuff, right? If they wasn't up in the pop, but mainly everybody was right there. Right on the side of Pixie.
Right? There's a little church
there. Yeah. Yeah, so I go up there. They had the little kitty ones. We played little kitty horseshoes, and the big joke, they played the big steel horseshoe. That's why I learned I played horseshoes up Eastgate when I was a little young in the 70s, right? Yeah. So now 75, that's when I started. That's when I went to Calamella. Right there, I was hanging up Eastgate every day. Got my first piece of punani of Eastgate. And my first piece of punani wasn't the girl I was going with. This other joker girl. Oh man, don't get mad if you hear this, Joe Phillip. But Joe Phillip was messing with this girl.
Is that Warren, brother? Is that
Warren Phillip, brother? That's right.
All right,
Joe Phillip. Joe Phillip, you know they call him Smokey Joe. He good with the hands too, but you know back then I ain't caring about none of that stuff, man. Cause I love to fight.
We're gonna get into rumbling Steph later on. Right now, we just want to build a foundation.
Okay, so check this out. Now, this is some funny stuff, right? I say, Tim Kelly told me, say, man, Joe said, man, he gonna get your girl, man, right? He like Yogi, but she bow-legged and all that. So yeah, he said that. So I say, okay, all right, that's cool, but. And I don't have no intentions. I don't even know this gonna happen. This girl named Carly. Man, so I'm walking down the street, man, Clean Scale dead right now. He got killed. He on the front of the page with Wayne Purdy's autobiography. That's Clean Scale, Lil Duck, Wayne Purr, and the dude Drew. That if you pull his autobiography, that's my next door neighbor, Clean Scale. He really put Wayne on this game. You know what I'm saying? That's my next door neighbor. So me and him was walking. We like 13 years old, 12 years old, just 75. We walking. Rest his soul too, man, because he got killed too. So anyway, we walking, and this girl, what y'all doing? What y'all doing up here? We hooking school, walking. We going up Eastgate. She lived in apartments right there on that's coming that's 50th Street. Walking, go right to Eastgate. You can walk straight through there and go through popping them parking lot, get to your house, right? That's
where Slide them live at.
Yeah, right there. That's the street we came through that way. We walking and she hang out the window. So I'm like, man, she probably in school too. I don't know. She might have, I don't know what it was. But anyway, she said, man, what y'all doing up here? I said, man, here go Click, man, go on back in your dirty ass house, right? I said, shit, man. I said, man, open the door, give us some eggs or something, eggs and bacon or something, right? Man, I walked in. This is the first, I walk in the door. Me and Click, we walking. She opened the door for us. She said, all right, come on up. Man, whatever steps. I'll never forget this. We in there eating cornflakes, and she had a little robe on, a little teeny robe. She a little younger. We there like 13 years old, 12, 13, man. So I lifted John. I lifted just said, good Lord of mercy. I said, man, what's up, though? She talking about, what's up with you? Man, we went back in the bedroom, man. She took the clothes. I'm a little young nigga. I'm like, this is my first piece. She already soaking, right? I'm like, she just pulled me on top of her. I'm like, we telepathic. What I'm supposed to do next? Right. Look, dude, I get between them things, man. Anyway, I tear the thing up. Joe Phillips' sister, Gina, the albino with the red one, she knocking on the door and all that. I'm like, she told me, no. She said, that's Joe. She said, I go, Joe. I said, man, so? I said, man, I'm going. I got to go. I left out the door. I wanted to be known anyway. I ain't care. I was knucklehead. But I opened up the door, and Gina was trying to get in there. I ain't let her, and I just pushed her back, and I closed the door, and we went on out. But I let it be known that I stroked, right? So anyway, from there, you know, Joe, he ain't never say nothing. Right now today, I know he know about it. I know Gina told him. He never said nothing to me about that, right? I could get a look. I could get some other stuff, and it probably would break his little ego, a lot of jokers' ego down, but I ain't gonna do it to him because trust you me.
We're gonna say some of that.
Yeah, hey, look, boo. I don't even want to I ain't gonna go too hard on him because I still love them guys. I'm just a youngin' then doing that stuff.
But listen, there's a lot of stuff, man, that people can talk about when they were younger. And, right. It's me and a joker out Alexandria right now. We used to rumble every time we seen each other. Man, we one of the best buddies. He just came back up this way. Me and Slim, one of the best buddies, man. He called me all the time, man.
Okay. Oh yeah. So, yeah, really.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of jokers be funny. Man, that joker really bang my girls. A lot of jokers would look back and be like, man, I got grown kids. And see, a lot of them guys, they got kids by these females now. Their kids grow. Look, when I see them now, and I go to Eastgate Day or something, I'm like, damn. Look, I be saying to myself, man, your mother had the goody gumdrop, boy. But like I said, I ain't going like that, you know.
For the viewers, this here is the Eastgate male hoe.
Yeah. Hey, look, them jokers couldn't stand me for that, man. They couldn't stand me for that. Look, they were stepping to me. The first joker step to me was Larry Epps. You my man, Larry, but I beat the brakes off him up there, man. So then right now today, that man got a stitch mark right there from when we was kids. When we fighting, I put his shoulder out of place. Man, listen, everybody was challenging me. Man, I was telling, look, because see, this is the thing. I was a little red joker, come from out Northeast, had something to prove. You know, you red jokers, we had to prove a lot of stuff.
How about coming from Virginia?
Yeah. Coming from Virginia, boy. I know you had to prove yours.
Oh, man. 7 years old.
Yeah.
I got to fight with Mark.
Mark. Yeah,
Mark.
Mark Turner.
Yeah.
Mark Turner. Hey,
7 years old.
Mark Turner, his mother Leona, his sister Leona, Big Leona, his mother Leona. His sister Leona had her son by Humpty brother. Humpty brother went up New York, man. Back then when I said this in the 70s. And Don Lee.
That's what I'm taking,
Yeah, he went up there, and I used to hear about the Nicky Barnes, that dude from New York. He went up there and got killed by him.
Oh,
Ain't
man.
that something?
Oh,
Ain't
man.
that something? He went up there, he took a lot of, we were youngest, everybody get their money, go up there, and the dude Nicky Barnes set him up and killed him up there, took the money and everything. Ain't that something? That's why when I be looking at the little gangster stuff now, they bring up that little hot dude, Nicky Barnes. I be like, wow. You know, I never met the guy, but that's all I used to hear him say, man. I'm going there, see my man Nicky and all that stuff. And it turned out to be that's the one named Nicky Barnes that they be showing on YouTube and all that stuff right now today. Ain't that something?
And yeah, man, that's a lot of history. Hey, look, but the point is, I seen Mark later on out Virginia. Him and the girl with the flat nose, they ended up going together, and they was living out Virginia as adults. And man, me and Slim became cool as a fan, man.
Oh yeah. Mike, yeah, his Anthony, his brother. I be saying I see them, but I haven't seen them. Yeah, I seen Mark. I seen Mark about a year ago and stuff. They say he got himself together, man. You know, a lot of guys up Eastgate took turns for the worse to get himself back together, and you know that's just life. You know what I'm saying? And it's just where they lived at anyway. Eastgate was the project, and project mean to work on something. Put the black people in drugs, pay the mother, give her a welfare check, and keep the father out the house. He can't say. A lot of guys don't know that place started from being mothers being mistresses. Eastgate and Berry Farms, they actually started from mothers being mistresses and stuff for the Senate, man, and Congress. That's why they was paying them to keep them out, and no man could stay there, so they could be mistresses to the politics.
Come on, man. Still bed wenches.
Yeah, you still bed wenches. They cut project mean work. Now that's housing development. No, it was called project. Project mean work on something.
That's
break
right.
the family, keep them Negro families broke up, keep the father out the house so them sons, them kids won't grow up with no type of sense of direction. Mothers being near the household. They ain't supposed to have been that way. They know that, you know. So but let's get I came up Eastgate I manipulated that situation, man. Ain't no father around here. I'm good. That's how I wound up messing with all these girls, because I acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? I can't ain't no father. I'm good. I'm going in the bedroom, sneaking in windows, man. Man, I'm good. I ain't got to worry about no man come beat me up.
Look, because if they had a dad in the house, we wasn't doing that.
We wasn't doing that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what a lot of projects succeeded. A lot of us grow with no direction. They put the drugs in the up Eastgate and made that one the money is making this place in the world. You know what I'm saying? And you fighting over territory, money, and you wind up in jail. One Negro dead, and you got one nigga, two birds with one stone, one dead and one in jail. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
It was just mean up there. I remember the helicopters would pull up over top of your head. It'd be like you could reach up and touch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that place it was something. Actually, they did the Operation Love Boat. That was the first place Love Boat hit was Eastgate. First place. Eastgate. That was like the first, like crack was the first place to hit. And the DMV was Paradise, Mayfair Paradise.
Right.
The PCP, the first place in DC it hit was Eastgate.
But let's say this: those two places are known for producing them particular substance. They are them two places.
Like two places.
If you mention, you're gonna mention Eastgate. If you mention crack, you got to put Paradise and Mayfair in there.
That's right. It started right there. That's right. You got to put it right there. Because this funny, boo, I ain't gonna say no names, but the guys that was when everybody was riding to LA, they was getting the wacky weed dust. That was different juice. People keep talking about first they putting on phosphate flakes. No, all that was different juices. When the PCP came out, the guys was up Eastgate making. I ain't gonna say their name. They did it right. They was making it, blowing houses up, Everybody know if they got a history of Eastgate, they was making that water. So then it stopped the rise to LA. Jokers came from Eastgate making that PCP water. They went to chemistry school and got filthy rich. I'm talking about became not millionaires, they were billionaires, man. You hear me? Then listen, and they started right there. And from there, everybody had to come and get everything from right there. If anybody say anything different, they don't know what they're talking about. Eastgate is where the PCP started. Not to be glorifying it, but you got to think about it. Queen Elizabeth said, I want to see where's this place that's driving all these people crazy, that there's people getting this drug that's making them want to climb a house and get naked and stand on top of the White House, right? Where they bring her? Eastgate. That's why they call it Queen Stroll now, because Queen Elizabeth came from England and went to Eastgate.
That's some history right there.
That's history right there.
That's why
I put the article up. I put that article up. Her and Bush wife was there up Eastgate in Jock House. They came there in Jock House. It's on my page. The newspaper article.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That place it really had history, man. And
but see, I watch guys like yourself. I tell people, man, I've been blessed because I went through struggles and then got back on track and all that myself. So I know it can be done, But I watched guys like yourself when I was coming up, and what I did pick up some positive things is we were thorough when it came down to your word. If you ain't had your word, see, I was trained at a skate. Stuff like it. Even though Alexander's some thorough dudes, but up Eastgate too, man. If you ain't had your word, man, then you wasn't no good.
You wasn't no good. You wasn't no good. You had to be a man of honor. You could. We had. It was three things. You couldn't fight. You had to know how to fight. It wasn't about killing. You had to know how to fight. That was first.
For the viewers. Let me get this for the viewers. Okay. It was no wrestling up Eastgate.
No. They're going to break you up. They was setting rings up. You remember they were setting boxing ring. Ray Charles was setting. If you had a beef, that stuff started Eastgate. You got a beef. Look, don't worry about that. We're going to set up the ring and put some gloves on you.
Yeah.
Remember that? Ray Charles was still the ring. No wrestling. You go to Knuckle and y'all want to keep on going now. Y'all meet tomorrow. We're going to have the ring set up. Y'all can finish it up. Do you remember that?
If a dude got punished, they say, he had enough.
That was it.
He come back, he had enough. Yeah.
And then the next day, you go and smoke a J with him and have a black eye, man. That was a good one. Man, that was a good one. Yeah, my mouth. You got my tooth loose, man. That's you, my man. Man, that's you, my man, though. That was it.
Now y'all hang together.
Now you hanging together.
Because you knew you went to the gogo or somewhere else, some other neighborhood, he was trained to go.
That's right. Hey, if the Joker want to see how popular Eastgate was, pull up them 80s and them late 70s and all them through the 80s go-go's. You hear Eastgate. Eastgate walk to the front and push everybody back. And look, I'm like, man, I'm Eastgate. Like I say, right the other day, a lot of people like, hey, Steph, what street you used to live on Eastgate? Nigga, I was in Northeast, but I did live on F Street right across when our house had burned down. And let me tell you, that was probably the most funnest, man. I had more fun that year living up there when my house got fixed back up, man. Man. Look, I ain't want to go down there. I ain't want to go back over Northeast down by Calamella, right? Man, I was having so much fun. It was unreal, man. And that's that was 79. And when our house had burned out, by the time I went back there, man, I'm established now, though. I got cars and you getting so much money up there, right? So I ain't got right.
So you alluded to, man, about when you start getting money. We don't want the viewers to get past when that transition.
Oh, okay.
Happened. So you went from a little kid like coming up Eastgate with your family and starting to get in, and so now you grafted in. So now you grafted in. You go to school with most of them.
Right.
So you grafted in now. So you full-fledged up there. Let's talk about, man, how you got introduced to the streets and the hustling part.
Okay, so this funny, right? Eastgate taught me how to hustle, man. I was with the guys that was getting that. Sterling Street became my hustling partner. There's no, everybody know when he passed away. We buried him. We poured bags of money in his grave site over there. We buried him, covered him up. They put me down in the hole. All these cases go, they'll tell you all that. Man, they put me in the hole with him. I'd sit down there, blew him shotguns and poured him wine and everything in his grave. You hear me? Then we got out, poured all the bags of money in there, and then we buried him. Covered his body up, everything. Ain't that something? A homie. So 75. This is the funny thing with the weed and everything. So I'm going to school. Sterlo coming there, man. We gambling because I used to love to gamble. Everybody gambling in junior high school. I've been hitting for, man, 50 cents. Then all of a sudden it became $20. We in the 7th grade gambling $50, $100, right? Because everybody selling, hustling now, selling weed and stuff, right? This 75. So I'm looking at these jokers, man. They smoking weed and all that. I'm like, man, I ain't doing none of that. I wouldn't do none of that. I did get twisted. I started hitting that boat, but a lot of people don't remember that, right? But I just got into it. Look, I got into it and got back out of it. I'm like, ho. I can't even remember. I'm calling jokers. Where my money? Man, what paid you? Yeah, I know you did. I was just trying to see if you remember. I'm all lunched out, right? Can't remember. I wake up 2,000-3,000 in my pocket. Can't remember where it came from, right? That what made me say, nah, this ain't for me. I gotta stay. Either I'm gonna do that or you know. So anyway, 75, right? I'm looking at these Eastgateans, I call them Eastgateans. That's the Eastgateans, right? I'm looking at the Eastgateans. They come to school with their backpack, with their briefcases, bunch of bags of weed in there. Like, what the hell? I'm like, now they would get mad because I break them and take their weed money they just sold, right? They got putting nickel bags in the pouch. Like, man, what I'm gonna do with that? I say, all right, they $5. They gonna be worth they $5. They 2 of them for $5 like food stamps. So you got somebody $50. I need $100 food stamps, right? Oh, these $5. They $5. No, I need 2 of them to make $5. So I gotta go sell them, right? I'm like, man, I'm gonna sell this stuff. I don't know what to do with this junk, right? So now I'm coming home. I'll never forget this. I came home one day. My friend had just paid. I said, man, I won all these in school. I think it probably was about $200 worth of nickel bags, right? I said, man, help me sell this stuff. He said, how are we gonna do that, man? I ain't going to jail. I'll never forget this. My man just passed, Fred Odom, man, rest in peace. So, man, we went up on Esther Street to sit up there, man. Old head, said, what you doing up here, young blood? Man, I just got some of these bags of weed and stuff, man. I was gonna sell these bags of weed. I'll never forget, I sold 3 of them for I was selling 3 for 3 for 10. And just got rid of them and got the money, man. I was psyched, man. I was like, damn, I sold some drugs, man. Right? I'm psyched now, right? So this 75. So I'm like, so I started getting into the things, asking people up Eastgate. I'm going up there, man, because now Eastgate, mind you, Eastgate wasn't a strip then. The strip was up the top of the hill. Eastgate didn't have a strip. You could be around there, everybody just hanging out. They didn't have that strip right on 51st. See, this before the strip even opened up Eastgate. Simple City didn't have a strip. Everybody, all the old heads, all the Eastgate and the Simple Cityans and the Eastgateians used to be at the top at Hannah by the record store, that street right there. That was the strip. You remember? Everybody
off of Benning Road, yeah.
Yeah, off of Benning Road at the top of the hill. That's what Simple City Eastgate's a hustle together right there. Everybody used to be on that.
And then later on, then the 24-hour store, 7-Eleven, and kept switching.
Right, exactly. Because it was 7-Eleven then.
Right.
So here's the thing. This is funny, right? Shorty Tim and them moved out of Eastgate. I think it was about 80. No, matter of fact, they moved out of Eastgate like 79 and moved there, right? And moved there right there on that street, right around the corner, or Hannah, or whatever that street is right there. That was Hannah right there. But when you go you ride down that street right there, like you going to Bennett Park, because there's a dead end, you keep straight to the back right there, and you go down to Bennett Park, right? Remember, right. Tim and them moved right there. We had Legacy Band. We started practicing in there, 79. So yeah, Tim and them was out of Eastgate by then.
Stop right there. Stop right there. I got to freeze you in time because you mentioned something that they might don't know what you're talking about. Tell about that Legacy. So we're still in the 70s. That's
right. We still in the 70s. So
when that Legacy stopped.
So they had Legacy was Eastgate's band. 78, 79. It started like 78. Everybody
who's in that band with you, Woodland? Let's name some people.
It started with Tom Carter playing the bass. Me and Shorty Dud had our band called Fungus. Our symbol was a big stinky foot behind us with phone coming. Everybody would take and draw their little symbols painted on the back of a cardboard. Shorty Dud to play with Reds, but he ain't with Essence no more. Me and him and Coleon do stuff now, but yeah, like you say, we'll get to that. Doug was a drummer then. Doug started off playing drums, and he still can kick. And he still can kick drums. That's why they was back in Foot's up when Foot's get his own self suspended, because that was Foot's band. That's RU's Foot's band. Everybody know that. Foot's I got to follow my rules and get suspended. And I got he tried to leave, go out of town, do business. So he'll get himself suspended, and Doug wound up backing him up. Doug be the drummer while he's suspended, right? But anyway, going back, the band Legacy started 79. That's the year it started. We had our band called Fungus, right? We used to battle each other. They had their symbol, the Legacy, the black cat, the sign on the board, and our symbol was a big foot with funk coming from the foot behind the drummer, right? And all our people ideas stink back then. We a bunch of young, all of us had sticky feet in.
Hey, that might have been that boat.
Yeah. So that band, their Legacy band started, Sterlo Streeter. Now, mind you, that's my hustling partner doing this right here, which they had Humpty, Tom Carter playing the bass. That's my man, man. I love Tom. Tom was a bad little dude, too. He'd have stayed on that bass, man. He'd probably be one of the baddest out here, man. Because him and Ned used to be battling down Worcester. Funky Ned and Tom used to be down Worcester battling. And I would come down there because JB was the music teacher. That was my music teacher, Chuck Brown's keyboard player.
Kelly Miller, right?
Kelly Miller, that was my music teacher. So he had me on the upright bass. So when I came to Probably Tissel, even when I came to Chuck, he got in his feelings, JB, because Pop didn't want to hear he wanted to hear this young stuff, man. I had this, you know what I'm saying? So right in the day, he act funny now. When I went to Probably Tissel not too long ago, I would get into that too, though, you know, as this junk go. So they had Tom, they had Priest on keyboards. That was when Bula and his brother was little kids. We took their little keyboard player, Sterling now. He's up Eastgate playing. Then they had Boo Day brother was playing with Peacemakers, Curtis Day. They lived at Eastgate. That was Peacemakers keyboard player. That's how Tim wound up going to Peacemaker. So this
another thing too. We had Matt Curry over there, right? But his brother Bobby was playing in the band. His younger brother Bobby was playing in the band. So Mac used to bring his drums outside and play them.
Boo Jones, Boo Jones, y'all gotta tell who. Okay, Mac. Who is that?
Mac
I've heard that name. Who is Mac? Who is Mac, y'all?
Mac used to play with Trouble Funk. He played with I think he played with Trouble Funk. He played with Peacemakers, and he played with Chuck.
Y'all ready to party? Every time we go to Northwest, they scream like hell. Y'all ready to party? Well, hey, look at Apple. Northwest Pride, Peacemakers Band and Show. Say what? Lord, let loose, right? Now we came all the way up here to boogie with y'all, you did? Somebody said Northwest couldn't find no more y'all, you know what I mean? I think that's a damn lie, y'all know what I'm talking about? Say what, look here. Then we're gonna try to do it for all the Northwest, go like this now. If you came to party, if you came to boogie, now say yeah. Say, if you came to party, if you came to boogie, now say hell yeah.
So this 79 Lexi, Lil Tim playing timbales, right? A lot of guys don't know that solo that the Congo players do. And then that solo, Shorty Tim made that up. That was how we came on. Tim came to practice with this. That's how we came on. And Tim took that to EU. Shorty Tim, there's that bill. That was all us. Me and Sterling came up with that stuff, man.
I was still in school, yes. When Eastgate, Cinder Block City, that's what they called us. That's what they called us, Cinder Block City.
And I told Sugar Bear, I asked Sugar Bear, that I have a lyric called Bill on Top of Capitol Hill. So Sugar Bear said, Shorty, tell me, let me hear it. So I said, I'm just a bill sitting up on top of Capitol Hill. So Sugar Bear said, Shorty, tell me, let me put a bass line to it. So Sugar Bear put a bass line to it. Then Ivan put a keyboard line to it. Gogo Mike and Tidy Hayes put their backgrounds on it. And we pumped, and the rest was history.
Hands up here, up on top of Capitol Hill. He's a legend. Hands up here, up on top of Capitol Hill. Hands up here, up on top of Capitol Hill. Hands up here, up on top of Capitol Hill. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna get to the flashback. What do you do with all the money you say? I'll take it to the go-go. I'll take it to the go-go. Yeah. What do you do with all the money you say? Shorty Tim, get busy.
Came up with that stuff, man. And Tim took it to Legacy Band. That was an old commercial, 79, little cartoon. I'm just a bill sitting on Capitol.
Schoolhouse Rock.
That's right. Schoolhouse Rock. That was a little commercial, educational commercial. Will always come on. You be mad as I don't know what, man, why they got to come on again? You be waiting, it stay on for about 5-10 minutes.
Conjunction function. What's that function?
Yep, that's right. Boo, all that in the 70s, and that's where that groove came from. So here it is here. You got Legacy Band. Rest was called the Young Dominoes during that time. During this time, they had to do Dirty Jake, the lead talker. We called him Dirt, not disrespect him, that's what we used to call him. He was with Foots and Funky Ned and all them. They had Dirty Jake, he was the lead talker. Then he started his band, Black Love, when Funk got in the band. Funk wasn't really in the band when they did Body Moves and all that. It was Lil Bennett. That's why Funk wasn't on that record. That was Lil Bennett doing the body moves.